Hi, I'm Gordy Stith. My husband Bo and I are foster parents, and in fact I would really say our whole family is a foster family. We have 2 biological children. My daughter, 16, is named Joy. My son, 13, is Eli. We got into foster care kind of by accident, but it's really been an amazing blessing in our lives. We have come to see family in a much broader understanding, a much broader way. We've come to have so many people gathered around our table to eat that it has just been truly a picture of what it's like to feast together, to share a meal, and the joy of being family in a new way. We got into foster care differently because there were 2 youth in our church. We received a call on a Saturday night that their mother had had a crisis and they needed a place for these 2 children to stay, 2 young people to stay. And they said, well, I'm sure our pastors would take us in. And they called us and we said, sure. And they had initially said for the night, for the weekend, but pretty soon it was evident that it was going to be a little bit longer term than that. As we came to understand their needs, the disruption that they were going through, they couldn't even go back into their home because it was marked off with police tape, and so they came with really nothing but the clothes on their back. And it was just, we really ached for them and hurt for them, but we also knew their mother, so we ached and hurt for her because we knew how hard it would be for her. But we felt like this was actually giving the mom and the 2 youth a gift of time, a gift of providing a safe haven for the youth while their mother focused on getting better. And she did focus on her issues. And in the process, Brenda Rohr came out and invited us to become foster parents because at the time we were called non-relative caregivers. And there really wasn't a lot of, or as much support from the state when we were non-relative caregivers as when we became full foster parents. So we entered the foster parent training. We began to do all the steps to get our home approved. And in the process discovered just how much need there is. How many kids are out there that really need a home. They need brothers and sisters who will love them. They need a safe place. They need to know that they're not going to be the ones responsible for fixing meals for their younger siblings. That was one of the things we discovered about my foster daughter when she first came into care, Nicole. She was really the parent in the whole family system. She was the one doing all the grocery shopping, preparing all the meals, making sure that her younger brother, who was only a year and a half younger, making sure that he did his homework, that he got to school on time. And it was a lot of responsibility for a 17-year-old girl. And she couldn't focus on her schoolwork. When she came into care, she had several D's, probably a C average in her report card. And just by providing the last 6 months of her senior year, providing a stable home, she would come to meals like it was a great joy because she hadn't had to fix them. She hadn't had to plan them. And she just enjoyed that mealtime so much. And she went from that to getting all A's and B's for her final 2 marking periods, and got into University of Delaware through their parallel program with Del Tech, and ended up staying with us for 2 years, her first 2 years at Del Tech until she transferred to be a junior at University of Delaware. And we were able, through some resources through the state, independent living helped us a lot, but she was able to get an apartment on her own and is now living very close to campus and is going to school full-time and has an internship. So it's just been a joy seeing how you can open yourself up and experience the joy of watching someone else succeed, and how wonderful it is to see when they are transformed really in front of your eyes. So then we became foster parents because we saw the need and how great it was.